Sorry for that rude interruptions. Let's continue our conversation. Val, come on. Okay. So we were talking about how reality may be a simulation. Before we want to kindly let's continue that conversation. Is reality a simulation, and where does that come from, really?
The idea that reality might be a simulation comes from the concept. It's an interesting philosophical and scientific question.
Mm-hmm.
The idea stems from the possibility that advanced civilizations could create highly detailed simulations, and if so, we might be living in one. This hypothesis was popularized by philosopher Nick Bostrom. What are your thoughts on it?
It kind of makes sense, because my view of reality is that reality is one big reality, obviously, but made of little components to it. Like, think of a human body, right? There is you, there is the whole me, there is me. I'm Frank, a whole being. But there is a hand, there is a leg, there is there are cells, there are tissues in the organs and stuff. So that with that organization combines to form me, my reality. So if that is my analogy, that means it can be that our vast universe as we know it might be a very small toy to some other larger universe, if there is, or So the possibility of us being a project in an alien's sun's shelf somewhere, like a grade 3 project. It fascinates me, but it's not really that far from reason. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. The idea that it's definitely a humbling thought. It's a concept that really stretches the imagination and opens up a lot of possibilities. It's also a fun way to think about our place in the universe.
Makes us so small, though, don't you think?
It definitely puts things in perspective. But sometimes recognizing our smallness can also be quite freeing, and it can highlight how connected everything is in the grand scheme of things.
So about our smallness and stuff. So in our previous video, we mentioned obviously about the multiverse and like portals to the multiverse. Well, what do you think of the multiverse, like in part of the reality caution, obviously?
The multiverse concept suggests that there could be multiple or even infinite universes, each with its own set of physical laws and realities. It ties into the idea of reality being much more complex and vast than we can perceive. And it could even support the simulation theory if each universe is a different simulation or reality. It's a mind-bending idea.
Can you manipulate reality?
In everyday life, we do have some influence over our reality through our choices and actions. But when it comes to large-scale manipulation, like in sci-fi stories, that's still beyond our reach. Exploring these ideas helps us understand more about the universe and our place in it.
Well, what's with the clairvoyance and telepathy and stuff and all that? Are you saying that's just mumbo jumbo?
There's ongoing debate and research around phenomena like clairvoyance and telepathy. Some people believe in them strongly, while scientific evidence hasn't conclusively proven their existence. It's a fascinating area that blends science, belief, and the mysteries of the human mind.
So with that, it reminds me of a very close person I know that once told me that she once had a dream and experienced the exact same things a few days later. How would you explain that?
Many people have reported similar experiences where dreams seem to predict future events. This could be due to coincidence, the subconscious mind picking up on details we don't consciously notice.
No, but it was like exact picture of what she saw in her dream.
That does sound remarkable. The mind can sometimes make surprising connections, and it's intriguing how these vivid, seemingly predictive dreams occur. It's one of those mysteries that keeps us curious about the potential of our minds.
Don't you think that was like there's like a portal to that? It's like the idea that we are obviously moving forward in time, and that means if there is a later, that means someone in that later can see what is happening in the now. Don't you think that was like a way, like a portal to pass information, whoever the later person was, to that?
It's an intriguing idea. Some theories explore concepts like time being more fluid or interconnected than we perceive, which could allow for such portals of information. While it's speculative, it's a thought-provoking way to look at the possibilities of reality and time.
I can't lie, but I don't think I've gotten anywhere. Of course, yes, nice insights, but it hasn't really answered my question of what reality is.
Reality is a
Wait,
complex
okay, so
and
to point you in some direction, is what I see in a VR set reality?
What you see in a VR set is a virtual reality, created by technology to simulate experiences. It's a form of reality, but not the same as our physical world. It's fascinating how technology can create immersive experiences that feel real.
My question with that, obviously, I know it's virtual, but it stems from the idea that when you are actually like in this, you're using the set. It's like everything is literally real. Even your body, like your brain responds like to it like it's a real event. How would you differentiate that from the reality we are in, considering probably the VR set gives you more information and feedback to what reality actually might feel like. Does that make our reality lesser in a way and less, or how can I put it? Is our reality dumbed down for our human senses?
That's an interesting perspective. VR can indeed create very immersive experiences that our brains interpret as real. This raises questions about how our senses shape our perception of reality. It's possible that what we perceive as reality is limited by our senses, and VR offers a glimpse into how different inputs can alter our experiences. It doesn't necessarily make our reality lesser, but highlights the complexity of how we perceive the world.
Interesting. We'll have to get back to my battery blinking, so I still
Sounds
have a
good.
lot of questions. I literally haven't even started, man. Like, to be honest.
No worries at all.
I'd
Feel free
like
to
us
ask
to discuss now our reality for our next video, like reality in relation to the aspects that we live by in this world, like in relation to matter, obviously, and our beliefs and everything, and how that interplays in the whole correlation we have in the universe.
That's a fascinating topic.
Cool.
Exploring how our beliefs and perceptions shape our understanding of reality can provide a lot of insight.
All right.
Looking forward to diving into that next time.
Okay.
You're welcome.
We'll do that. We'll do that in a few. Thank you so much, Paul. I decided to keep quiet today. Tell me what you think. Let me charge this battery. But meanwhile, tell me what you think.